So very briefly, just quickly before the video starts, it was in this video that we realised with these new microphones, I had them on split. Chris has now merged them. The first few minutes of this video, they were still split, but now it should be absolutely fine. And you'll see further in the video where we found the issue. So enjoy. Hello. It's buy one, get one free. Some of us have to work bank holiday weekends, mate.
Well,
They come through the email, and I thought, we got to have them.
that's a nice looking truck, Rob.
It's a lovely looking truck, and it's an auto. It's got a fair bit of chrome on it, which I'm not a fan of, but I think it's actually really nice. And you start having a look around it, it hasn't been abused.
What's the story?
Most of these have. Right, so,
I'm going to guess.
Chris, the man emailed me. I should read out the email really, but basically, hi Rob and Chris, seen on your last video, you said if you got anything for sale, reach out via email. He said, I've got two cars I think I want to get rid of. This one he bought as is, it's got an issue, and that MG he's had for years. Now just quickly, I'm going to quickly cast over this MG,
Yeah.
because I drove it off the back of the lorry. I overlooked it. He told me it's quite a special car, and it
What?
turns out now it's here, it actually is. It's the 75th anniversary. That hardtop is meant to be that colour.
Right.
The seats are that colour, and so's the soft top.
Okay.
I've had a look through the MOT history, and of course I've run a car vertical on it. Of course I've run a car vertical on both vehicles, but I'm just going to show you the one today. I think that's going to be absolutely fine. It does come up on there, MG Rover, petrol, 1999. Very interesting, you can see at the top there, it is actually got a yellow marker on it. So odometer all clear, financial and legal status needs attention, and then damage of course looks good. So financial and legal status of it, legal status meaning, is it legal to be on the road? And no, this vehicle has failed its MOT, recent technical inspection on record. So of course at the stage it had no MOT on the vehicle, and it's highlighted that, which is absolutely amazing. You can also see there at the top on ownership, it's actually highlighted there with a yellow, and then it says beware, 7 owners found. A vehicle that changes owners frequently might have experienced inconsistent maintenance or unresolved issues. With that in mind, we recommend carefully reviewing its full history, which is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Down there on your timeline, of course, you've got your ownership changes and all of your MOT inputs you'll have on there. You'll also have on there all the failures that it's been through, any service inputs that have actually been inputted on there, and you can pretty much get everything you need on your one-stop shop car vertical doing these checks. Of course there, it's had a private plate on it at some point, and it's gone from that back to its original registration, and if it's had any other plate changes, they will also be listed on here as well. I want to thank Car Vertical for the continued support on the channel. To benefit from a nice little discount off your check, use the code that's been displayed up on screen throughout this check, or hit the link in the description where it will automatically include your discount. And it did fail on sticky brake calipers. He's
Right.
put 2 brand new ones on it.
Right.
He said every year he has to get it really hot to get it through emissions,
Yeah.
which is quite normal on them K-series, you know yourself. It basically needs an MOT, and he said that the roof's a bit tatty,
Right.
so we need to get that hardtop off, have a look at the roof, and I think, apart from getting it for an MOT and a bit of a clean-up, mate,
Looks a straight car,
yeah, we'll
doesn't
find it a new owner. It's nice low mileage.
I'm
I've
just
got the
looking, it
keys
looks
here.
like it's got good tyres.
It's got 4 new tyres on it, done at the last MOT,
Right.
as was cam belt and water pump.
Right.
So quite desirable. 60. Bear with me. Just trying to get the right key here to work.
On the button.
69,000 miles.
Yeah.
Sounds sweet as a nut.
Doesn't it? I'll tell you what. I really like them badges on the wing.
Yeah, 75th anniversary badges.
They're nice, aren't they?
The
Ain't got a dent on it, Rob,
no,
has
do
it?
you know what? You can't. It hasn't really got any marks around it. One thing I've just noticed, it must have had an ignition barrel in it at some point, because
Right.
I don't know though. I don't know. We'll worry about getting in there later. But
Okay.
the handle's in there for the bonnet, isn't there? It's got a couple of little
Oh, it
light.
has got a
No,
couple
but
of
they'll come
scratches
off,
there,
Chris,
yeah.
won't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, right.
Very clean.
Look, the plan is, I'll tell you the plan for this in a minute.
Right.
Because I'll need to go out in this car. I'll tell you that plan. Let's go back to that for a second. Sorry.
I was just about to guess what's wrong with the...
Go on.
Well, seeing the 2.2 badge on there, I'm going to say it's engine problem, non-runner.
You got that key? This car.
Have I got it?
And I'll show you what's wrong with it. He was completely honest. And when he told me what was wrong with it, so this is going to surprise you actually. You ready?
Well, she runs. Right.
Can you feel it shaking?
Yeah, I can see that vibrating. She's missing.
Yeah. Show you.
Oh my word, yeah.
So my guess was the injector's burnt hole in the piston.
We had that before, didn't we?
It's running on free. It's quite common on them, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it runs and drives. And apart from that miss, actually sounds very good as well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, certainly hasn't done the bottom end, does it?
no, I was thinking, and I know you'll probably say, yeah, do it anyway, but of course I like to run it by you. That MG don't need no work. Really, I don't think.
No.
I want to go out in that MG and try and get it for a test.
Right.
Get it cleaned.
Yeah.
And put it up for sale in the end of this video.
Right.
On
okay.
Instagram, a day after this video goes out.
Yeah.
I want to put that car, because someone can enjoy that for summer.
Yeah.
I don't know what the roof's like. I think we should get the hard top off. Once I'm back from MOT,
Yeah.
have a look at the roof. But while I'm gone, pull an injector out of this, if you don't mind. We've got a new camera.
Yeah.
And do a compression test, find out what one it is, investigate it a little bit more.
All right. I'll get it in a workshop and...
Are you all right with that?
Well, we do compression on all cylinders, and then that way we'll probably diagnose it.
But a nice little car, and I think, have I told you how much I paid for them both? We'll save it for the numbers, but have I told you?
No.
Oh, very, very reasonably priced.
Right.
I'll give exactly what he asked for.
You'll tell me in a minute, can't you?
Yeah, definitely, and I'll tell everybody else.
I mean, there's a long shot that if it's caught early enough, it is only an injector. But
You don't know,
compression
dear.
tests will tell us that.
100%. It's done 120,000, but it's still a nice truck.
I mean, there
It's
is another
auto.
way you can partially diagnose it, what cylinder is, crack each one off.
Yeah.
And the one that doesn't make any difference is the one that's faulty.
It's your fault, yeah, like unplugging the leads off of a petrol car.
So maybe we'll have a play with it and see where we get.
Let's get this in then, and hopefully let's get that booked in.
All right, mate.
Let's do it. Let's get it into the workshop and then make a start on it. Luckily, it still drives, which is always nice because it is hard work pushing around a full Ranger, Land Rover, anything like that. Being automatic as well, half the time if they don't start you can't get them out of gear and it's a bit of a pain. But straight in the workshop, engine cover off, just start dipping the oil, making some investigations, checking really how hard it's going to be to remove each injector and get it unplugged to diagnose it. Right, well we've got a compression tester, but we've just done for our own peace of mind as if we didn't have one. So I'm going to leave that camera there. Now, we won't show you all of them, but Chris pulled off injector number 1. No, it started running really rough.
Oh, sorry, I see. Yeah.
Number 2, really rough. Number 3, really rough. Sorry, number 4, really rough. Number 3. Absolutely no difference whatsoever. You plug that back in, Chris.
Yeah, plug it in, it might no difference.
I can't reach. Made absolutely no difference, apart from it's now throwing diesel down into that cylinder. So, well, we could be lucky.
Yeah, we don't know that that's what's happening.
No.
The next stage, that's to determine which cylinder. Now is to determine if that cylinder's low on compression or it is just purely a faulty injector.
Does it look like anyone's had it out? Hard to tell.
I don't think any of these have been out, have they?
Right, okay,
We
yeah.
just whipped out. This has been popped off, but you never know, do
No, you don't.
You
You
never
don't.
know, and you got to test these things. But like we said, we've got a compression tester there, Rob, but we can remove the injector and compression test that cylinder, and then we know, won't we?
100%,
We
yeah.
know straight away what we're looking at, whether we need to find an injector from somewhere. I don't think we'll be that lucky, will we? I think it's most likely. I think it was Phoenix told us that that's what's common on these, wasn't it?
Yeah, the injector
Phoenix
wears out.
Engineering said the injector starts over fueling and it
Burns a hole.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely not, the piston's not stuck in there, is it? It must be right in the middle of it if it has burnt an hole in it, because it doesn't sound like
No,
there's even...
and there is not excessive, so it's not filled the crankcase up with diesel yet, has it?
Which you would
Because
expect,
it would have
wouldn't you?
diluted the oil and it'd be knocking like a good one, wouldn't it? And it's not. So, I mean, we might be very lucky and it is just an injector gone down and it's caught it soon enough.
Well, shall I leave you a strip back and I'll go and get this
Might as
little
well,
MG
mate.
MOT,
Might as well.
yeah?
Well, why not? Why not? And then we know, won't we?
We've had some fantastic videos lately, diagnosing problems, and I know everybody likes that, so don't forget, give this video a massive thumbs up. I might even find a joke for the end of it for you. Mate, we'll leave you with it.
All right, mate.
So moving on there now, it is the process of stripping it down and getting that actual third injector out. It was pointing towards that all the time, wasn't it? It was recently said from Phoenix that it'll be that, but Chris is investigating it. You see we got a little boroscope there, couldn't get that down the hole. It's actually a little bit too big, so we're going to have to go with something else. Right, so I just went to the MOT history on the little car, and I'll include a picture now. And you can see he took it for an MOT in 2024 and it failed on exhaust emissions and both of the front brake calipers. Now I've just looked and it has got two brand new brake calipers on it, and I see him in the brake rollers, sorry about the interference, and it pulled him out the brake rollers. So the brakes I think are going to be absolutely perfect. The only thing that is a concern is of course the exhaust emissions. But it is a bit of a thing on these older cars. You do need to get them quite hot. I mean, that don't really get used a lot. You need to get it quite hot, get it used, and then it will go straight through emissions. And I've just driven it all the way here. Rochester, we're in Sittingbourne. It was about 15 miles, and I did drive it in low gears at quite high revs. So I got it pretty hot. I think we're going to be all right, but I guess time is going to tell. Let's let him finish the MOT and see how we get on. But I think it's a good little car. There it is then, mate.
How'd we get on?
Straight through a test, and the guy said underneath it is lovely. It's been very, very well looked after.
Yeah.
I got it quite hot on the way there.
Yeah, brakes are cleaned up
Brakes
nicely.
are cleaned up perfect. I got it quite hot on the way there, Chris.
There's new calipers on there, isn't it?
Sorry?
New calipers on
Yeah,
there.
both sides, yeah. Went straight through emissions, new discs and pads as well. Advisory, battery, that's why I've opened the bonnet, is loose. But you can see,
All right.
he's put a new battery on it, and look,
Yeah.
it's not just
Yeah,
not
I
tight,
see.
so it just wants
Oh,
nipping
yeah.
up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an easy fix. We like them like that.
He said, I've advised it on suspension bushes, very, very minimal, don't need doing. I was like, I had an advisory then. He went, well, you're better off knowing. So,
Right, okay.
very slight, playing them. Apart from that, mate, this little car is very, very nice. Just quickly, just while we're both standing here, microphone issues. We used to have other microphones, and then after about a week of people kept mentioning them, we established that your one was actually broken.
It was, yeah.
So we ordered these brand new mini Rode mics.
Yeah.
It's plugged into the phone. And the last two videos that have gone out, and the BMW and the Maserati, people have said there is a serious issue with the microphones. I've switched
Although we watch everything back,
on the TV and the phone.
and it's fine,
It is fine, yeah.
but it's people watching through or listening through other devices, isn't
That's
it?
right.
So,
But I'm no expert, and I've showed Chris the Rode app this morning, and you established that I've had both microphones as split.
separate channels.
So
yeah.
you've now merged them.
Yeah, so
We've watched it back, and we
think we're there. But we're not
Hopefully.
sound engineers, so
No, we're not.
apologies.
No, we're doing our best.
And yeah,
So, mate, I do need to have a look. Are you all right for 5 minutes? Can you give me a hand?
Yeah,
I just want to get this hard top off and have a look at what the roof's like on this car.
Yeah.
And then I guess we get in and see.
Yeah, I need a hand on that, to be honest.
All right, then, mate. Let's get this done then. So very straightforward on these. The rear heated screen wasn't plugged in, but there is just one plug. And then you've got your 2 little clips at the front, same as the soft top. And then there's 2 at the back, which the soft top don't have. But literally, you push one little pin and then the clip flicks up and you can just lift that roof straight off. The hardest bit is probably stretching over them rollover hoops to unplug the heated rear window. But like I said, it wasn't plugged in. Just a 10mm there, moved the battery, got the clamp nice and tight, bolted that down, and that's that job completely done. Let's take a look at how bad this soft top roof is, and is it going to need a new one? Well, Chris, you know what you normally say? It's been a roof too long.
In this case, it has been a roof too long, but
unfortunately,
it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately as well, these back windows have got a zip in them, and it was always advised, unzip the back window, lay the window flat, and then fold the roof over the top of it. In this case, they didn't, and they have folded it, but it is
survived. It has survived, doesn't it? Yeah.
The back window is actually okay.
Yeah.
But the roof, unfortunately, it's a beautiful, lovely colour. I think it really does match the car, but yeah, it's got quite a big hole in it there. It's all actually come away here. It's shrunk, actually.
We're going to have to try and find one, Rob, haven't we?
It's going to be a lot easier.
That's going to test you.
It's going to be a lot easier to find a black roof, and unfortunately that's probably what's going to happen. They are very simple and easy to change. You know, I had so many of these back in the day. But the hard top is in great condition. But I guess,
I think it's worth doing.
Yeah, it's a really, really nice little car.
Yeah.
But I do need to go online and see what is this car actually worth, and is it worth us doing that roof? I'm going to get straight on the phone, have a ring around, see if I can get a hood for it.
Yeah.
And then I guess I'll come in and see how you're getting on with the...
so I could do with a hand.
Yeah.
All right.
Right, let's do that. So I got the easy job again.
I don't know, that was quite straightforward to get out. I did leave the injector laying there for a little while, Rob, because it was covered in engine oil, which is not a good sign.
No.
Now, unfortunately, this compression tester, nothing fits for that injector. But I've come up with a little bit of a...
Sorry, mate. Yeah, go on.
I've come up with a little bit of a cunning plan here. So we have done this before. So I've rodded that cylinder.
Yeah.
So that's sitting on the top of the piston.
Okay.
Can't feel no holes in it. And so what I need you to do is lay underneath and turn it over, and we'll bring that right to the top.
Yeah. So the valves are shut.
Yeah, and this is just, I've got a sneaky idea what's going to happen. I've put that on the end of the airline. You know exactly where I'm going with this because you've seen me do it before.
Compressed air.
I'm going to blow that down the cylinder. My guess is you'll hear it in the crankcase.
Yeah.
I mean, we can do it the other way and blow down there, but we'll do that. And I think we're going to find we've got a hole in the piston because the cylinder shouldn't be full of engine oil.
We was kind of expecting.
We was kind of expecting that, so I think that's where we're at. But we're just for our own sort of satisfaction, we'll get that to the top and we'll blow some air down it and see what we got.
All right, mate.
All right.
I was thinking that these are easier to get out than a 3.2, but they're not really, are they? Because
it's in bell housing bolts, isn't it?
But it's just so far back underneath.
Did we, in the end, I think we disconnected the gearbox from its mount on the last one, didn't we? So we could pull the engine slightly further forward.
I think so, yeah.
We uncoupled it,
yeah,
so we could swing it forward. We left the gearbox in, but just give us a little bit more room, if I remember right.
Someone did say, I think, on the last one, wanting to take all the front panel out, but this front panel's all welded in on this car.
That's right. I think we took the scuttle all out, didn't we? Because that goes under there, gives you a little bit more.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
You're getting ahead of yourself.
Right, let's, excuse me, let's get a bar on there then, mate.
All right, mate, thank you.
Get it to the top dead centre.
Cool. Right, there you go, mate. It's tricky to get on.
Do I need, yeah.
You may do, because it's quite tight to get that in there, but I've moved the fan round, so there should be enough room just to get on there. All right, mate?
All right, should be moving.
Right. I've got my finger on the top. Yeah, we're going up, that's good. Good, yeah. No, right, we're going back down, so can you just go a little bit back the other way? Yeah.
More?
I think we're about there, mate. I think we're there.
Yeah?
Yeah, good, well done. Well, quite close.
That was easy.
Yeah. I suppose the $1 million question is, Rob, are we going to hear it?
And have we blown the compressor up?
We haven't. So you're going to have to small talk for a little while, mate.
So a bit of compressed air and Chris halfway up a ladder.
Oh, yeah, they're a bit of a tricky one to reach, but I don't know if we're going to hear this or not, Rob. Have you got your microphone now? Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's not meant to happen.
That's not. Do it again. Yeah. Knackered, mate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely
There's a
toast.
fundamental flaw there.
Do you think? I mean, we know, don't we?
We do.
But do you think? Should we unplug them injectors, spin it over, and see what fires that out of the hole?
Well, if you're happy to get covered in oil, yeah, crack on.
I'll turn the key.
No, I'll turn the key.
I'll turn
the key. Your idea, yeah, I'll turn the key. Yeah, you can do.
All right, let's do that.
You
then.
can do.
Let's get the injector bolted back on so it don't spray everywhere.
That's right,
Zoom
yeah.
in for this one. Yeah, go on, mate. If I'll stand here then, and you do the key.
Well, we
yeah.
put a rag over it. That's the battery on.
Have you got is the key still in it?
Probably, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to make a bit of a mess, this, I think, Rob, but...
Well, you said there was a lot on the injector, wasn't
There
there?
was, yeah. Hopefully, I left it here long enough on that bit of time lapse.
It shouldn't start anyway.
No, all the injectors are unplugged, aren't they? So, all right, mate.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Actually, nothing come out.
Really, that
Yeah.
surprises me.
Yeah,
That
surprises me
injector
as
was
well.
covered in oil, wasn't it? But didn't have a lot of compression, did it?
No, it's definitely got a serious issue with that.
It's still
piston.
rolling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, should have blown that rag off of there. But, well, we know that injector's ready for the bin, and we know we got a severely melted piston.
Yeah, it's going to be engine out, head
Gonna
on.
be. That's right, yeah. Have we ever attempted to take the head off of one of these in the vehicle?
No, I think that'd be a bit too tight, Chris.
Would
to
it be
honest
too
with you.
tight?
Yeah. It might be worth asking Phoenix because they not only
I'm
do
just
the
thinking,
exchange.
thinking aloud here, we could take it off and see. But if we're not going to go down the rebuild route, we don't need the head off, do we?
No,
I don't know.
I guess it's research investigation, isn't it? We'll speak to Phoenix because he not only does just do an exchange unit, he also does a fitting service. So there's a good chance they have had one to bits in the car. So I'll definitely ring up, speak to Adam and ask.
Yeah.
But for now, mate, I think
But there's probably nothing wrong with our Conrod.
no.
It's big end, small end, probably all okay. It's literally injector and piston, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is a notorious thing on these, that their injectors do melt a hole in the piston.
Yeah.
And the mice eat an hole in your
Yeah.
bonnet cover. So I think, let us know what you think in the comments section down below. 2 for 1 on this one, a little MG.
Yeah.
Don't really know where we're going with that at the moment, but Chris just had a suggestion. You've looked, they're actually worth really good money.
They're retailing at quite strong money, aren't they? I've also found a couple that have been sold within the last 6 months at auction.
Yeah.
So we're thinking pricing ours below what the auction made.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't be fairer than that,
No,
can we?
I think it was a trade of 2.7 something.
There was one that had 78,000, I think, sold at auction for 2,700 quid plus fees.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I said to you,
Well, there's one currently on there now for £8,000.
Yeah,
They
I know
only made
that's-
how many of those cars?
2,500 for the UK market, apparently.
Yeah. I'll put the exact number of that car in the description down below because I've got it on an email, but
I mean, we could go lots of ways with it. We could put it out there, or open to offers, couldn't we? Or we
Yeah.
could say, right, we want X amount for it as is, or if we invest some money in a new hood, we've got to add that cost to it.
yeah.
So we've got lots of options there, haven't we?
Yeah, I guess we'll have a think about it.
Yeah.
And we'll come to it in the end. But that is going to be the end of today's video on the Ford Ranger and the little MG. If you did enjoy it, hit that thumbs up. We really do appreciate it. Once again, I can only apologise about the disruption that we've had in the microphones. As you can see, there's no sound engineer here. A couple of grease monkeys trying our best.
We are, yeah.
to it.
And kind of, we have covered this before, just briefly. The nature of what we do is very difficult to go back and
Redo
once
it.
you've repaired something, or you've pulled something, or you've
Yeah.
welded something, you can't unweld it and
No, that's
So
right.
we have a one-shot deal, isn't it, really, with everything we record, and we kind of, you put it together at the end, and sometimes that's 3 days later, and it's far
Yeah.
too late then to redo anything, even if we wanted to.
Nah,
So-
we actually worked out on the time lapse. People were saying it was quieter, and that was because, of course, I had your microphone turned off. You wasn't even with me. I was
No,
at home
no.
with just one mic on,
Yeah.
and that's what happened there. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're not following us on our other socials, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, the links for them are in the description down below, or you can just search Salvage Rebuilds UK. Don't forget, like, subscribe and share, and we'll look forward to seeing you all very, very soon in the next one. And if you've got a 2.2 engine, we're interested. No joke.
No joke.
Also, just before we go, don't forget there's only a few days left to run on the Maserati Levante GT competition, rather. So if you haven't got your tickets, there's a link in the description down below. One of you are going to be taking away that car and the cash.
Good luck, everyone.